Hi, and welcome to Spilling Tea with B&B. We are your hosts,
Brittany, Lenee,
and Brandi Nick from the Billionaire Tea Club.
And we are here to include you in our conversations around living our best lives
and achieving life excellency and life mastery.
Today we're going to be discussing what does it mean for you to be healthy and how do you avoid that unhealthy Sunday dinner.
Oh my God,
how do you
Sunday
do
dinner.
it?
Clutching on my balls, I got my back against the wall.
That fried chicken,
the candy yams,
baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God, the cornbread stuffing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that dressing. Oh my goodness.
You know, we know it's really good, okay, but
So
you know,
good.
we got sometimes we just gotta focus like what is really
And the
healthy.
holidays are coming.
Oh my God, they are about to be like back to back.
And we're about to get out of quarantine.
Oh my God. And it's
the
like
party's about to start.
Exactly.
How do you say no?
How do you
that's
say
such a good
no?
question.
Yeah, so we definitely gonna get into all the meat and potatoes.
Oh
okay.
my God.
So the question is, what does it mean for you to be healthy? You know, like
right.
what is healthy to you? What is being healthy? What is that? What does that look like?
So, you know, the idea of health has changed, right, over the years, because at first, you know, the idea around what does it mean to be healthy really just meant being disease free.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if you didn't have disease, then you were healthy. But now we know that that's just not the case.
Yeah, we fighting other monsters.
We know that that's just not the case. But now, so there's other things that are factored into your health, right? Your health level. So things like your social health, right? Like things like your financial health, your mental health, your mental stability. That's now in the case. Your nutritional health, all of that stuff. It comes up, and then there's other things that are impacting it, like your environment. Do you have access to the things that will give you the means to a healthier living, right? So all of that stuff. So for me to be healthy, and I look at this also when I work with my clients, my health coaching clients, my personal training clients, is that it's not just about, okay, I exercised today.
Right.
Okay, I had a salad today. I ate oatmeal for breakfast. You know, it's not just that. It's a lot more in depth and you know, a lot more layered than just what we see as, okay, you look good, then you must be healthy, because that's just not it. That's just not it. You know, and I used to be really like skinny and unhealthy and like anorexic almost, kind of ish, probably, you know, and I thought that I was like good, like I was like, oh, I'm good, you know, I'm not eating at all today. I had croutons all day, and I'm walking everywhere. Yeah, and like, yeah, no, it was like bad. Like the mentality was crazy, but unfortunately, we have these American beauty standards where it's like that's what you know, that's what people do. You have to, you know, I was like nearing 100 pounds, you know, and I'm 5'3", you know, so I'm like, for me to be 100 pounds or around there, that's just way too small for me, you know, and so thinking like that's the beauty standard for a lot of people, and people think that that's what it means to be healthy. Now, on the other hand, right, in the Black community, we have this thing where what we call a big fat baby, a big fat healthy baby, right? Like your baby is so healthy, you know, because they're just like, they got all the meat and stuff. So then on the other side of that is, okay, to be healthy means that you got a little meat on your bones, right? But thick. You know, that you're thick, but that comes along with a host of other issues, right? A host of other issues and diseases that it's like, really, to me, if you're healthy, it means that you're happy. It means that, you know, that you're living a well-balanced life.
Right, okay.
Yeah. That is what it means to me. What does it mean to you?
Well, healthy means to me, honestly, I feel like it begins in your mind. You know, being healthy and the mind, because I feel like what you think, you know, like of yourself is really important when it comes down to your health. Like I feel like everything begins in the mind, because we tell ourselves what we should be doing and how. So I feel like, you know, starting out, like being healthy, like working towards having a healthy mind, and then everything else will follow. You know, because we're taught so many things. So it's like, to some, some people grow up and they're like, okay, I just eat fruits and vegetables, and this to me,
and that
this is the health norm.
But for somebody who's diabetic, they'd be like, I can't eat
right. Or for someone who might grew up on soul food, they feel like that is the norm. That's how they're supposed to eat, that they're healthy. But we are fighting so many different battles with just the things that we have to learn and unlearn, and then relearn,
unlearn. Oh my gosh,
it's so much. And so, like you said, the health is definitely changing all around. And for me, like when I first started on my journey, like I was always conscious of my health, but I was always small, so it was never really anything to me. I was always athletic. I was into sports. I was doing a lot of different things, so I didn't really think about being, because I always felt like I was already healthy. Like
till 30 hit.
Exactly. Go back 25. Okay. So then, I'm already, moving a certain way, and I'm already thinking that I'm healthy because, I'm physically fit and I'm this and I'm that. But after a while, like once I hit a certain age and I started eating things and I started seeing like, wow, like I'm gaining weight, and my habits and my behaviors had, what I thought was healthy before, it just started to show up, and it was like, okay, wait, this is not healthy.
Right. So what are some things that you thought were healthy before that you realized later on, like, oh, that wasn't the thing that I should be doing?
All right. So, I'm really speaking from, like, food aspect, because I'm thinking about my inside, because, for one, in order to be healthy, this is what I believe, it starts from the inside out. So I used to eat, like, potatoes. As long as I had a vegetable in there, I'm good. And
the potatoes, the vegetables,
it's all right.
And
it's all right. It's healthy.
My pizza has all my vegetables on it.
Exactly. It's good.
It's good for me.
I'm eating right, and this and that. And I love rice, and I'm tearing rice up, and as long as I have a vegetable next to it, I'm good.
You know what it used to give me? Cereal.
Really? Oh my goodness.
I used to believe that cereal was healthy.
Right, and then they would say it even on the boxes.
It was made as a health product. That is like how Kellogg's started with this whole thing. It's like, it's a health food.
And then you have to think about the key terms,
but it's not.
The key terms and the words they use: healthy, balanced breakfast.
Yeah.
A bowl of cereal, orange, and milk, this and the third. Now, guys, where my head is at with health now, we have to do a lot of unlearning, because what we were brought up on and what we were taught,
the food pyramid,
it is not healthy. It is not built for our systems. It is not, a lot of the foods that we eat today, even when you go shopping in the grocery stores, a lot of like processed foods, a lot of sugar, has a lot of sugar. These are foods that are addictive, okay? And we, we're not naturally built to be obese. We're not built to be fat. You know what I'm saying?
That's a new world problem.
That's a new world problem, which started from dealing with fast foods. We live busy lives, so now we feel like we have to eat this fast food in order to nourish us, and this is stuff and this is why people are becoming obese and having these serious health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers, from the foods that we eat and that we were told was healthy. So this, like,
your whole life was
everything that we know today about health is a straight up lie.
And things change all the time. I can say this just from, like, me doing my continued studies as a health coach. Things change all the time. Whatever we thought was true 5 years ago is not true today. So, things change, and so you have to keep an open mind. Now, how do I tell my family at the reunion or whatever that I can't have the mac and cheese, right? Like, how do I do that? Like, okay, so Brittany, you know that on my refrigerator I've got basically my meal plan for the week, right? So, and my meal plan looks something like this, guys, so just indulge me for a second. It's like egg whites. It's like egg whites and oatmeal in the morning for breakfast. and then a protein shake, and then tuna and black beans. It's like really really unprocessed foods in small portions, eating like throughout the day.
Okay.
Right? This is kind of opposite of the typical, let's say, Thanksgiving dinner. Where it's like you don't eat all day at 5 o'clock. You know, your people say food is ready, it's on the table, come on over and get your food, and you get and you eat one plate, and then you go have your itis, you go to sleep for a little bit, you come back around again, you take another plate, then they got dessert, you got cobbler, you know, in the kitchen, or sweet potato pie, or whatever it is that you're eating, and then you eat that, and then you rest a little bit, and you have leftovers all week. Right. So if you don't want to completely derail your health journey in terms of nutrition, right? Because you're going through something similar. Like, how do you tell people no without hurting their feelings, knowing that food is culturally, like, we have to be culturally sensitive when we're talking about food, because we use food as a means to express ourselves, to express our love, to connect, right? And so we don't want to unravel those things, and the pain of of pushing somebody away through food, right? Saying I'm not gonna have that, and then them being like, oh, you too good for my food? You're too good for my you know what I'm saying, right? Oh, you're too good to eat my food, but you're in my house. You know, like, how do you avoid that? Good for my food? You're too good for my you know what I'm saying, right? Oh, you're too good to eat my food, but you're in my house. You know, like, how do you avoid that? We have some tips. Right, we have some tips to help with that, because I wish I would have known this in my prior life. Yeah, I should have known this beforehand, because it's just not, you know, it's hard when people express their love and their their character like through their food. You cook a lot, I cook a lot, and I don't cook for everybody. So it's like, if I cook for you, if I baked you something, if I did that for you, it's you, but you are somebody special, because I do not cook for everybody. You know. So and if somebody said, oh, I can't have that, I'd be like, well then, you're gonna have to cook your own food. No shade. No, for real. You're gonna have to cook your own food.
Exactly. Yeah. So like the tips that we have, they're very important. You know, especially if you're on like a strict diet. You know, you can definitely let people know ahead of time. You know, okay, I may not be eating certain things, guys. I don't want you to feel offended.
That's right.
Let it be known. You know. So like we said, Tip number one. Tip number one.
This is tip number one. We got 3 tips for you. So this is tip number 1. Take the gems. First and apply them.
Is let it be known. Like I said, my family, they know how I eat or whatever. And like I said, like you said, I'll be mostly eating sides with it. You know, lately I have been eating protein. But I have been eating some protein, so I might take some protein, some vegetable on the side, you know, and eat it in, like, you know, small portions. I'm not gonna fill my plate up. And have the itis later on.
Choose the small plate.
The nice small
little
plate.
Small plastic plates, you know the ones.
So I'm really not killing myself. But you know, like I said, just letting them know ahead of time. Like, listen, I don't want to feel offended, but I'm really not eating certain things. So, you know, if y'all can have something special for me, thank you. If not, then, you know, I'll make do.
That's right. So tip number 2 is going to be, if you know that they're not going to bring the stuff that you eat, just offer to bring your shit to the table. Bring it to the party. Bring your dish to the party. So if you know that, you know, you want to have, you know, those, what is it? The fake meats, and you know, you want to have the tofurkey and all of that stuff. You know, whatever it is, the Fields Bros. You know the brand. Shout out to all the vegan processed food. Right. But if you want to have your fake vegan meats, and you're like, I'm gonna be bringing, you know, a tray of Field Roll sausage. sausages,
Right,
meatless sausages, because you know it's not going to be there. Then you be the one to do that. Offer to bring the food,
and then you'll be surprised because some people, they might actually like the food.
That's right.
The vegan food. There might be some people at the event party, gathering, that may eat that same kind of food. So you just never know. It's always good to offer it.
That's right.
Girl,
bring your vegetarian lasagna.
Exactly, because I remember one time someone had ordered the vegan lasagna from me. And when I tell you, she said they had regular lasagna, but my vegan lasagna was gone.
There we go. See? Case in point.
Trying to help somebody.
You know what I'm saying? So bring the dish. I do that all the time. I got used to it. If I was going to a barbecue, I always bring my vegan hot dogs with me. I'd always bring my vegan burgers with me because I know they're not going to have that. And then eventually people started catching on. Oh, Brandy's going to come. Let's make sure we got some, some food for on the grill. Yeah. So then it becomes like it's not anything that they're offended anymore. They're kind of like, oh, we want you to be there because we love you and we care about you and your family, but we're gonna take care of you too. So yeah.
Okay, and tip number 3.
Tip number 3.
So tip number 3 is, guys, some of us, we get all thrilled and we see all the food and I'm not gonna say, I think too much of anything can be bad.
That's right.
Right?
Including water, including oxygen.
Too much of anything can be bad.
It all kills you.
Right, exactly. So it's like if you do want to get in a little taste, it's a holiday event. It's not forever. It's not like every day you're going to be eating like that. You know what I'm saying? Just eat in small portions. You want
single servings.
Single servings, not 2 servings. Just eat it, enjoy the festivities, and just make sure that you work extra hard within the week. But
you know what?
Get that, you
just have to be mindful. This is what I say. Like with tip number 3, the biggest thing for me is to be mindful. So if you're trying to figure out what's a serving, I normally look to my hands, right?
Okay.
And so this is something that I got from Precision Nutrition, so shout out to them, right? If you're in a place, like if you're just, let's say like at a restaurant or you're at a cookout, you're at a family gathering, and you cannot actually measure your food, then what you want to do is look at your hands as a guideline for how much food you should eat.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can look at like the palm of your hand, right? If you look at the palm of your hand, for women, you're going to have about 1 serving of protein is going to be about the size of your palm of your hand.
Okay.
For men, it's 2. So for men, it's kind of double of everything.
Okay.
But, for us, right, it would be like the palm of our hand. So if you wanted to have like a burger, it would be like 1 burger. And then if it's for vegetables, it's a fistful of vegetables.
Okay, nice.
You have a fistful of vegetables, for men you can have 2. And actually I say, I just fill my plate half of vegetables. As long as they're not starchy vegetables, I'm like, let me fill it up. You normally get your fill of vegetables and you're going to feel like you have more nutrients, more nutrient dense. So you're going to feel a little bit more satiated, So let me get my fistful of vegetables, put it there. For healthy fats, it's like your thumb.
Okay.
So this is about equate like a tablespoon. I think like a tablespoon, a half a tablespoon. That's oils, that's butters, that's mayonnaise. That's like anything that is like a fat. Like a healthy fat, right? So then that would be that. And I use those guidelines anytime that I'm out and I'm kind of looking and I just like, I don't know how many calories is in that. How the hell am I supposed to know how many calories in that? So instead I can say, well, I got my hands, and hopefully you have your hands too, right? Or something that you can like kind of use to figure it out and say, all right, this looks like a palm full of protein and this looks like a fist full of vegetables and that's like a thumb full of this dip that I'm gonna put, my carrot into. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, girl. Yes.
So that's tip 1, tip 2, tip 3. Try them out the next time that you're at a family gathering.
Function.
Or function. We're coming out of quarantine. and hopefully, I mean, like, hopefully for real, we don't have to go back into it as restricted as we were, you know, but we want to stay safe in these larger gatherings, especially because we know we're, you know, it's going to be the first time that we're going to be able to be 20 plus people at the same time, you know, and some of us have large families, you know, so we want to be safe and we want to be healthy.
Yes.
You know, so try it out next time. If you do get a chance to see if these tips work, you know, let us know. We want to know. We want to know. And we've got parties and stuff coming up too, so we can try it out ourselves.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, for real.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for being in this conversation with us. We shall see you next time. Have a good one.
Yes. Bye, people.
Bye, y'all. Deuces.
About the opinions of none of y'all. I don't listen for nothing but when the money calls. You don't think like I be thinking. You should run along. If I react to what you on, you gon' act like I done you wrong. Clutching on my balls, I got my back against the wall.